Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Okay, does anyone else have to do that where like you don't know where the book is in the Bible unless you say like the first 4 books in front of it? Like I don't know where John is unless I say Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Like I have to say that until I figure it out. I can't just be like, oh, John, it's after Luke and before Acts. No, I have to be like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Yeah, relatable? No, maybe? Hello everyone, I am so excited to be back here today with another video. I know I haven't filmed one in like 85 billion months and I'm so sorry about that. I'm a horrible person, it's fine. I've been really busy and I just am a horrible person, but it's okay. So today I just really wanted to talk to you guys about some things that I have been going through lately and how I have had like kind of a major theme in my life right now, which is just trusting in God. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because not only for Christians, but for people who aren't like Christian, it's so important to trust in God. It's just awesome to know that we can have a God that we can trust in and that we have a God that we can like look to throughout all the things that we go through in our lives. So what made me want to make this video was not only the fact that I have been trusting in God lately and I have really been seeing the fruits of that, but just I was on Instagram and I saw this post and it said like, we always think, God, show me and then I'll trust in you, rather than what God thinks, which is trust in me and then I'll show you. And I think that's just a really important thing. Like, we need to have that faith, we need to have that trust before God will show us stuff, because if we don't have that foundation, then God is going to show us stuff. But if we don't have that faith and we don't have that trust in the first place, then we're not going to believe that the things that we're seeing are from Him. So I think that was really kind of what triggered me into making this video, was because you know what, like I was realizing, wow, I've been really having that mentality of God, show me this, show me that, and then I'll trust in you. But it really should be the other way around. Like we should have that trust and that faith in Him before we ever expect Him to show us signs, show us things in our lives. But I just want to start off with Isaiah, which I have been in recently. And it's just been awesome because there's been a lot of prophecy and a lot of people in the book, if you want to read it, who just have to really trust in God. I mean, He gives them prophecy and they have to trust that it'll happen, and they have to trust that like God is good throughout all of it, even though some of the prophecies were about judgment and stuff like that. So I'm in chapter 12 and it's verses 1 through 2, and it says, "And in that day you will say, O Lord, I will praise you. Though you were angry with me, your anger is turned away, and you comfort me. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For Yah, the Lord, is my strength and my song. He has also become my salvation." So I think that this verse is just like such a thing that we should follow in our lives. Like we should tell God, like, God, you are my salvation. I will trust in you no matter what is happening. I will have that trust in you, and I will build that trust in you, and I will just, not be afraid. Because I really feel like it's amazing how when we trust in God and we start to really see the fruits of that in our lives, fear starts to go away. We start to see, wow, okay, I'm not as scared as I used to be. I'm not as afraid as I used to be because I know that I'm trusting in God. And I think that's a really important thing, and that's been a testament in my life lately. Like, I have been trusting in God for so many things, and I always have to stop myself from worrying because I know, like, okay, God's got this. I don't need to worry. And it feels weird kind of not to worry, which is weird. I mean, I'm not really thinking about it as much because I know I already gave it to God and He is going to take control of it. So I think that's awesome. I think that it's so cool that God gives us an atmosphere, gives us Himself as a place for us to just give Him everything and know that He will take care of it. This also leads me to John 1, chapter 1, verse 39. This is when Jesus was kind of getting the first disciples together. It says, He said to them, speaking of Jesus, "Come and see." They came and saw where He was staying and remained with Him that day. And now it was about the 10th hour. So we've been going through John during our Free Indeed ministry at Calvary Chapel Forney. And I was just really struck by what Jesus said to the disciples. He said, "Come and see." And I think that really just struck me because it's just 3 simple words, come and see. But in our lives, we always want to we want to see things first, like the quote I talked about in the beginning. Like we just want to see it before we come to God. We want to see what He's done in our lives and other people's lives before we come and actually trust in Him and have our strength in Him. But Jesus says, come first and then you'll see. Come to me with an open heart, with an open mind, with love, with kindness, and I will show you. You will see things. And I just think that's amazing. I think it's awesome that we can really just see God when we come, when we trust first, we will begin to see everything that God can do in our lives. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. For me personally, I've just been seeing God work in my life and in the lives of those around me so greatly. And so that's why I wanted to make this video, because it's awesome when we trust in God. It's awesome because we don't have to have a burden on ourselves. And that's just a blessing for me, because I'm like, wow, okay, that's great. I don't have to worry because I know God is in control. And I think that's an encouragement for all of us, just because if you're going through a really hard time, just know God's in control. Trust in Him. Get in His Word. Pray to Him. He's going to help you. He wants to help you. He desires you. He wants to be there for you. We just have to let Him. So come to Him and you'll see, and then trust in Him and He'll show you. So thank you for watching this video. I'm probably going to do an update video just on my life in a couple of weeks, or maybe next week, because I have a lot of things to tell you guys. And so just thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day, night, evening, year. It's almost Christmas, and I will see you later. Okay, be blessed. Bye. I held that for a really long time. LOL.